What's away? Don't you hate that when you've got a right good sneeze coming in, you get stage fright? Listen, there's been some amorous going on out on the grass this morning with pigeons, I'll tell you. Wait to get the chat and everything up. Let me see if I can find this first of all. No. Takes a while. Must be like that for everybody. Surely it's not just me. Happens every time. Still can't find this. Right, hold on. Let's try this one home. Here we are. Found this now. Jenny, good morning. Jenny, good morning. Right, let me do this. Takes forever for the right live chat. Ashley, good morning to you. I'll put pinned in the comment above the comments. I'll pin the membership should anybody want to join. Harley baby, good morning. And I think that's me. I think we're cooking with gas. Good morning. Yeah, I'm just, do you know what I'm watching? And I'm hoping I'm not going to get nightmares. Stuff about Egypt. Because I was always, see, the last time I spoke to you and I was saying, I've always been that interested in Egyptology. Anyway, and then I had the bad hallucination when I was in the hospital. It put me off a bit. It put me right off, actually. Well, I'm back to it. Watching stuff about, I'm watching the entire history of ancient Egypt civilization with Joan Fletcher. She knows her stuff, Joan Fletcher. Joan Fletcher knows her hieroglyphs, I'll tell you that right now. Wouldn't it be great to understand the hieroglyphs? I'm amazed at them. They're going a wee bird, crocodile and swan. That means shopping. And then this one there, a wee bag, and then a horn and a cow. That's Timu. You know, they're amazing, so they're... Daisy Doo, stop kicking me. Daisy Doo's kicking me. So that's what I'm watching and hoping I don't get nightmares. But do you know what? I love watching them excavate and stuff, right? But I had to laugh yesterday. I was in my bed laughing, right, because I'm a crazy person. But they had dug, and they had found like a tablet or something. And it said along the lines of, right, this is the spot where Barry used to stay, right, Barry used to stay here, and him and his cousin Paul had a big fawn out and all the rest of it. And I thought, can you imagine if we done that nowadays, right? If I was to get buried and say, do you know what, I want buried next to me? Me and Sophie had a right argument, by the way. A right argument about the price of beans. Me and Sophie had a fawn out. And it's been forevermore. Barry and his cousin Colin, I mean, a shenanigan, and it was that bad, they engraved it in a tablet. I just want to know. And they're right fond of their booze, I'll tell you that right now. Right fond. If you see round circles like that, and it's next to the lion, they've got a walkway, right? And it's the lion statues, the lion's body and the pharaoh's head. Hundreds of them, right? And it's at Karnak. And they had big round like things like that. Do you know that was for shoving the grapes down? Shoving the grapes down so I don't know if they just fermented it there or what, but and I'm talking there was loads of them. It was like Lion's Head, booze pit, Lion's Head, booze pit, Lion's Head, booze pit. Loved their wine, and their beer. They had jugs, like I'm telling you, that makes my wee flavouring cup on a Saturday piss out of shape. Do you know, it looked like horns, but big fat horns like that, for beer, where they would be having their beer and all. They were really into it. So Barry and Colin had a right fawn out anyway, and it was so bad that they got it engraved in a tablet somewhere and they had just dug it up. What the? You know what, I can't imagine us having a family argument, right, and that's it. That's it, Sophie, see you. I'm going to be writing about you on a tombstone. And it's going to be me and her fell out, by the way. Fell out big time. Bigly. Fell out bigly. I'd have bigly in it because that's a great word. Fell out bigly, early price of beans or something like that. But do you know, I wish they would have told you what they fell out. They just said, and it was his uncle. I wish I knew what the phone. It was probably our booze. I'm just guessing here, booze or something like that. Christine, good morning, good morning. I'm doing okay. Yesterday I had a wee bit of a cryy day, I must admit. I tell you everything. Wee bit of a cryy day thinking about my mum. Again, I don't know if I told you, but my mum's got a chip in her front tooth, right? And she can't really tell you things anymore. And when we ask her, is your tooth sore? She'll go, oh, some of my teeth are sore. You know, she'll say things like that. So I can only imagine a chipped front tooth is probably a bit painful. And I'd said to them, look, my mum's tooth is chipped. And they said to me, oh, she wouldn't settle, and she kept going into the theatre and all that, right? So I was like confused with this, and like, did they just leave her at the dentist surgery? Anyway, right. Oh, I'm sorry, Christine. I'm sorry. Do you know, I miss my mum and she's still here. This is the conflicting thing that I've got. She's still here, but I miss her because we used to phone each other every day and have a right good gossip. Anyway, well, this is it. Actually, I mean, I think it was the uncle and the nephew. So something's happened. Something's been on many moons ago, and it's been so bad that they've done it in hieroglyphs. That's it, you bird, crocodile, cow, star, like that. Somebody's went to town and done the hieroglyphs. So yesterday, my dad went to visit my mum, and she's got a bruise on her hand. So my wee suspicious mind has been like racing now, because I'm thinking, first of all, a broken tooth, and now she's got a bruise in her hand. And I'm like, I hope nobody's hitting her. I hope nobody's hitting her. It's a bad thought. I jump there right away. It's the same if my wains are 10 minutes late coming to see me, they're in a ditch. In my mind, that's where my mind goes. But my dad had asked about this bruise in her hand, and they said she kept doing that. What, on a wall? I mean, what did she do it on? I mean, so I'm going up tomorrow. Sophie's coming with me. Me and Sophie are going up heavy-handed. Me and Sophie to the rescue. And by the way, see if you ever needed rescuing for any kind of situation, me and Sophie are probably the last people that you should have, because we always fail before we get there. Like, for instance, Ashley, you should ask her about it. Me and Amanda, me and Sophie had been sitting one morning, Sunday morning, early, 7 in the morning or something, right, talking, and we hadn't heard from Amanda. Animal World, yes, I'm in Scotland. Oh, she's got her good days and her bad days, Christine. But this particular Sunday morning, we hadn't heard from Amanda, so we start talking and going, I'm kind of worried. And Sophie's like, I'm kind of worried too. And I'm like, I hope she's all right. And she's going to hope she's all right too. We're thinking, I hope nothing bad's happened to her. Like somebody's went in and done something right bad. And then we're like, oh no, I hope she's not lying murdered. Right, this is just where we go. This is where we go. So I says to Sophie, I think we should maybe go up and see her. So away I go, I get Sophie, I'm still in my pyjamas and slippers and all that, right? So away I go, get her. I don't know if she was in her jammies, can't mind. We go to Amanda's front door, chap, no answer. And I'm like, oh God, Sophie, there's no answer. And we're looking in the window and we're going, I can't see anything. Looking in the door, can't see her there. We'll try again, chap. Nothing, that's twice now, Sophie, that's twice. What are we going to do? Who should we phone? Well, we tried the door. Can I try the door? Door wouldn't open. We were like, oh my God. So we're listening. We've got the letterbox open and the two of us are listening going, no, can't hear a sound. Can't hear anything. Anyway, this scenario went on for a while, like chap. No, that's like 3 times now. Still no Sophie. And I'm going, I think we might need to phone the police. I think we might need to just phone the police for a wellness check, right? This is 8:30 now on a Sunday morning. Anyway, while we're out there discussing all this, the door opens and Amanda's there all sleeping. She's like, what's going on? I mean, something. Oh, thank God, Amanda. There you are. There you are. We thought you were murdered, but it's good to know that you're there. And we just about turned and walked away again. Amanda was as confused as anything. She was like, what's going on? What's happening here? But there you are. Me and Sophie failed before we'd even done. We'd failed that operation. Get Amanda. Failure, but we came away laughing. Yeah, Amanda's got a, I'm not even going to get into it, but one of the neighbours is dodgy as hell, let's just say that. So that, our minds were racing like, oh my God, she might be a crumpled heap and I can't even hear the rain. Can't hear the rain, that's a bad sign. Usually they're up at this time, but they ain't sleeping at 8:30 on a Sunday. And she comes to the door. Oh, good, you're okay. And away we came, but we totally failed that rescue mission. There's been a few rescue missions and stuff that we've tried and failed immediately. So I says to her, we're going there tomorrow, right, to see about my mum, right, to have a stern talk with them. What's going on now? Tell me what's happening with my mum's hand and her tooth and all. And I says to Sophie, we'll end up falling as we're going in the door, or something's going to happen and we're going to fail before we even get there. But I was like, I kind of want to get a hidden camera to put in my mum's room. And Sophie says, I think that's illegal, Mum. And I went, is it? But I'm not videoing anybody else. I'm just going to have it in my mum's room. And Sophie said, no, I still think that's illegal, Mum. And do you know, I was like, well, I'm going to just take the charge. This was our talk yesterday. I'm just going to take, and I've took you to court and Vale the women's prison. I might be in there. I'm just going to take the charge. Then I thought, Jesus, what have I turned into? Anyway, that's well done. Oh, he's doing great. He was up this morning, my wee grandson. I got a cuddle and a kiss of him this morning, so that's good. But moral of the whole story is if you need anybody to save you, me and Sophie are probably not going to be. We're doing the list, right? You probably need to try everybody else first before you hit us, because we're the trip now stuff. As I always said to her, I've always wanted to take her down to England to the poison garden, right? There's a garden down in England, and every it's got a sign on it saying these plants will kill you, right? That's but it's got that, and it's just poisonous plants. That's all it is poisonous plants, and some of the plants are so poisonous and toxic. There's a bench next to them because just walking by these plants can make you feel drowsy and as if you're going to faint. Some of them bring you out in a rash. Some of them put you in comas. There's one in particular plant, probably the least poisonous plant, and it's the only plant that's got a gate in it, and that's the cannabis plant. And I can see why, because everybody would take, oh, I'm going to take a wee pick of this. Take some of that, take some of that. That's got a wire fence in it, and a sticker saying, keep off the grass. Good man, whoever thought of that sign, really, I need to applaud them. But I've always said, if me and Sophie down there, poisonous garden, I'd trip up or something, I'd fall face into some deadly nightshade. That kind of thing would happen. Or she would fall in the deadly nightshade, would be rolling in it. You know, it would be rash city, it would be getting, an English hospital, it would be. But then, then I found out they've got scooters. You can hire a scooter, and I'm thinking, well, that'd be great. And then I'm thinking, that may be even worse. Maybe high speed into the deadly nightshade. There's my Sky, good morning. Yeah, I'm concerned about my mum. About this bruised her hand. I'm thinking, my mind's racing. I'm thinking maybe somebody's grabbed her. Because her wee hand's just like thin skin and bone. My mum's hands. I mean, elderly hands, their skin is so thin and delicate. And the bruise is right here as if somebody's maybe grabbed her hand. If they've not and she has been doing that, what has she been doing it on? Sophie's gone like, I want to see the logbook. so we're going here. Me and her are going here tomorrow. Like, right, we're in the room. Like, what's going on in here? Sit them all down. Because there's one particular nurse that I'm already no liking. My back was up immediately. And that's the one that had said, hello, Tyler, good morning. We were walking with my mum down to her room, and she's dead confused, and she's always got this wee pink necklace on. And the nurse said to her, oh, Agnes, what's happened? Where's your necklace? And my mum immediately started, she's panicking. You can see she's like panicking. My mum can't open a bottle of juice, right? My mum, she can't feed herself. She's been losing weight. And this just panicked her now. She should have known not to say that to my mum. And she went, oh, I think I know where it is. It's up in the canteen or wherever it was my mum was sitting. I'll go and get it. She should have went and got the necklace first and came down and went, oh, here's your necklace. And although people will say she maybe no think, but that's her job. Her job is to work with people with dementia. And that was it, the whole visit. My mum was like agitated as hell, like worried after that. Yeah, Ashley, see, I'll not be listening to any of the regulations probably. I'm just going to have a look and see what I can do because I'm getting suspicious. First of all, the crack in her tooth, and now she's got a bruise in her hand. She's losing weight. And yesterday when my dad had went up, all the patients were in their bed, apart from my mum. You can't get my mum to sleep. My mum's up till like 2 in the morning, just walking. My mum's very just walking the whole time, just doing stuff. But all the patients were in their bed. And I'm like, sure, see, this is, I was having a wee greet and everything yesterday thinking about this. I'm thinking, surely God will know just putting the patients to bed. Just so they can, and they were all sitting in the canteen, no, he on and have a great time. Sophie told me not to call them nurses. They're no nurses. They're carers. They were all sitting in the canteen. All the patients are in their bed. And it seems it's a beautiful facility, but I don't know if it's just me, if I'm just thinking too much into it, and I don't want to rock the boat either. I don't want to be going in and saying stuff and maybe them being bad to her. My brain's running a million miles an hour at the moment. But anyway, Green Rose, good morning. Ashley, me and Sophie are going there tomorrow. We're going to sort it out. Imagine me though, I'm going, I'll take a charge, Sophie, I'll take a charge. I'm gagging to get a charge so I can get some time with these police officers. Oh, hello, police officer. I think I might need interrogated before I can give you that information. Need to interrogate me a bit harder, officer. I'll take a charge, I'm like that. Do you know what, see if I did, that would mean I wouldn't be able to go to America ever again. And although I don't think I'll ever get there again, I'm still hanging on that I could win the lottery or something. That's what my home, fingers crossed. But anyway, so that was my day yesterday was pretty sad. So today I'm right into my Egyptian thing again. I just hope I don't have the mad trip that I did before. What a wonderful, see these people that have got these kind of jobs, they're very intelligent though, right? I'm dumb as anything. But they're so intelligent. But do you know what I did watch as well, and it put me right off. It's yeah, but I was listening. See, I want to see what's going on. I think I'm a bit suspicious of what's happening. What was I going to say? Why there was a guy, just a guy, single guy, and he had went to Egypt, and it's on YouTube, so he put it all on YouTube, and he stayed in a nice hotel and all that. I was a bit jealous. And his hotel room, he looks out in his balcony, and there they are, the three pyramids of Giza, right there outside your window. Fabulous. So the next day he says, right, Mum, we'll go to the Giza Plateau, we'll go and have a look at these pyramids. The man couldn't hardly get near it for people coming there and going, like, would you buy this? Would you buy this? Ride the camel, ride the camel. And he's going to maybe later, and they're going, come on, ride the camel, ride the camel. And he's going to maybe ride the camel later on. Ride the camel, sir, come on, ride the camel in Egypt, beautiful Egypt, come on, ride the camel. I'll ride the camel later. He walks up a bit and there's a guy with a horse. Ride the horse, ride the horse. You know, I'd get ratty. Anyway, every 2 steps there was somebody else coming out of him, like grabbing him, like, buy this, buy that. I would go, I would be, listen, I'm stressed just watching it. I'm stressed just watching it, right? But here, I'm naive, right? And he decided he was going to go into the Great Pyramid, right? There's an opening and you can go into this pyramid and you can see the King's Chamber, right? Now, I would be thinking, here, I might like that. Listen, guys, watch it. See if you're ever going to Egypt and you want to go into this pyramid. You've got to walk in a shaft. Is the only way to describe it. With your head like this, like doing like that in a shaft, going through it like that. People are going down the way as you're going up the way. It's like claustrophobia. It's like see if you've got claustrophobia. I was claustrophobic in my bed watching it. My God. Mr. Blaze, hello, hello. You wouldn't. I think I'd need to have a security person, Sky. I think I'd need to play the YouTube card and say, look, I've got a YouTube channel. I need security. People might recognise me for YouTube. But look, the grabbing, you know, come on, buy this, buy this. Look, here's a giant eye. Buy the eye. There's an eye, a statue. All this kind of stuff. And ride the camel. F the camel, I would end up saying. F it. And grabbing you and stuff like that. Oh, I'm Scottish. I'll end up hitting you. Leave me alone. Drive me mad. So the guy had even put on his. In fact, let me see what he named it. He named. I'll give you. A link to the video, right, that you can watch and you can see for yourself what I'm talking about. It was right. Let me find it. Do you know what the name it is? The Great Pyramid is Pure Misery. That's the name of it. Pure Misery. Right, I'm going to put a link here in the chat in case you want to watch it. Right, there it is in the chat. And that going through the shaft, the pyramid, I would tell you, I'd be halfway through it and I would take a freak out. No, the kind of Puff Daddy, is it Puff Daddy freakouts? No, that kind of freak out. Especially in a space like that. No, I would see this good morning. I nearly said afternoon. What is wrong with me? Oh no, I couldn't go through that. As I say, and halfway through it, I'd be like, oh, can't I breathe? I'd have an emergency situation. They'd have to get a stretcher in there. It'd stretcher me out. It would be a whole nightmare. Me and Sophie should actually go. It would be one of us would freak out. I'm not doing that kind of freak out. When I'm talking freak outs, I'm talking like scared and anxious and screaming kind of freak out. No, his kind of freak outs at all. Yeah, I can't go that. See that folk grabbing you and stuff. Don't even come in to this is my zone, right? Never mind grabbing me to buy stuff. Look, I'm broke. Aye, that's this poor guy. You'll see him. He's walking along, and they won't leave him alone. He's already said no about 5 times to them. Ride the camel. No, thank you. Maybe later. And he just keeps walking, and the guy keeps going, come on, the camel's here. But camel, you scenery, lovely scenery of this. Ride the camel, sir, ride the camel. I'd be flipping the bird, flipping it to the man's face and saying, ride that, ya beep. See, I'm getting all freaked out just thinking about it. I'm already getting freaked out. Can you go it? Oh, Sky, no, I can't be dealing with that. And anyway, they grabbed me. You're the last person I would buy something. I've seen the person earlier that's selling the same stuff that's not grabbed me. Watch this. I'm going out to spend a fortune in their shop in front of you. How about that? It was just annoying me that. So anyway, that's his the Great Pyramid. Pure Misery. Many subscribers have got. Oh, the guy's got 28k subscribes. It's doing not too bad, but he's stayed in a nice hotel. Do you know, it seemed to me when he went, it's not the best hotel room. To me, it was like a palace. It was beautiful. And you go in the balcony and there it is. The pyramids and stuff. Fun fact, see back in the past when the pharaohs and all that went about, there wasn't any camels about. Camels were introduced later. There was horses, but there was no camels. So there's a fun fact about camels in case it ever comes up or something like that in some sort of competition, you'll know. These folk were, listen, Ashley, I would have went crazy, I would have. Come on, buy this. No, I said no. Do you hear me? No. And they were saying to the guy, where'd you come from? And he was going, London. They were going, London is the best city in the world, London. London, buy this. Look at this, no, look at this veil. And think, I don't want a veil. Leave me alone. He got hounded. This guy got hounded. But he had been giving people money. One guy had ushered them to the front of the queue and took like $50 or something off them. I'm not no. And then he said he didn't know who was the police and who wasn't the police, which is concerning for me because if I was going to hit somebody, I would prefer not to hit a police officer. There's Susie, and what a lovely thing to say, Susie, to start my week off. Isn't that nice, Susie? Yes. Well, how about I wouldn't be lesbian with you? How about that, Susie? How about that when my showering situation and my teeth and all that? How about I wouldn't even be lesbian with you? So what does that say about you? Eh? What does that say? Listen, mind the guy last week says that my mouth was a porthole to hell. That's still probably one of the best comments I've ever had. The porthole of hell. Eh? Yeah, it's a shame that they've got all that shenanigans going on because it put me off. But I'm awfully glad the guy did do the going into the pyramid because that's an excursion I'd have probably went, oh, why, let's do that. Let's go right into the middle of the pyramid to see the King's Chamber. That'll be amazing. I'd have maybe done that thinking it was like the tombs in the King's Valley. Right, I'd have thought it was that, but it's not. It's an actual like shaft that there's people going up and people going down in it. And you've just got to go for it. They said to him, see when you get in, don't stop. Keep going. Push your way through. Just go straight like that. Oof. Helen, hello. Well, this is it. I think my spidey senses would tingle if it was a policeman or not. You know, but this guy says he doesn't know because some of them have got official looking jackets and stuff on. And aye, but I couldn't go that. I could not go that. So guys, my way, I'm going to go and watch more Egypt stuff. And tomorrow I'll be visiting my mum, but I'll come on afterwards and let you know if me and Sophie have stayed out of jail. See if it's Sophie that types a message, you'll know that I'm taking a charge. Thank you, Ashley. I know, what's it like? Anyway, guys, I love you all so much, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely Monday. Bye, everyone.